1 million immigrants could be forced out of the US next year. Are you going to be the next one? President Trump's very strong laws might hit you harder than you think. Even small mistakes can lead to big trouble. If you do not follow the rules, you could lose your home and your family here. But don't panic. I have 7 simple steps for you to stay legal under these tough rules. Make sure that you watch this entire video because one secret tip that I'm going to give you might save you thousands of dollars and could save you from deportation. So my name is Thales and I moved here from Brazil with a big dream of becoming an American citizen one day. And after years of struggling, I finally became one, right? So like my passport is here, I can prove it. There you have it, right? So many people come to me and they ask, are Trump's rules going to destroy my chances? And my answer is always the same. Only if you ignore them, if you ignore the changes. So today, I will show you what these rules say, why they matter, and how you can actually protect yourself. I'm not a lawyer, so this is just general advice and educational. If you have a special case, please talk to a real immigration attorney, okay? So step 1 is very simple. You gotta understand priority deportations. President Trump focuses on criminals, visa overstays, and repeat offenders. That means if you have any arrests or if you stayed longer than your visa allowed, you are a top target. So go ahead, check your status right now. If you have unpaid tickets or arrests or anything else, make sure that you're fixing them. Pay the fines or speak with a lawyer to clear your record essentially. If you cross the border, for example, without permission or you stayed past your visa date, you are at risk. Don't kid yourself. What you need to do is act fast. If you want to fix this, the longer you wait, the harder it'll get. Step 2 is to renew your papers very early. If you have a visa or a green card, do not let it expire. USCIS can be very slow nowadays, so start your renewal about 6 months before it ends if your visa allows, right? This applies to work visas, student visas, travel documents, anything. If your papers expires before you renew, you might fall out of your status, and that could lead to some sort of deportation. Another thing to watch out for is the public charge rule. If you get certain government help, it might affect your visa renewal, or later on, it might affect your green card process. So don't do that. If you're doing that right now, you have to stop. Another thing to do is just check the official USCIS info or ask a lawyer if you're not sure, if you have any doubts, right? The third step is stay out criminal trouble. This sounds simple and mundane, but it is very important. Even a small crime can get you on ICE's list. Driving under influence, the famous DUI, right? Like we work hard here, so sometimes we party too hard. So shoplifting, drug charges, any of those can ruin your future. If you are arrested, you gotta call a lawyer right away. You don't know the laws, they do, and they are the ones that are gonna help you. Some crimes look minor on paper, but they can lead to deportation under tougher rules. Pay your taxes. I'm not kidding. If you work, that shows respect. That shows that you respect American laws per se. President Trump wants law and order. If you follow the law, you will lower your risk. Step 4 is please avoid using fake documents, right? Never buy a fake social security card or a driver's license. That is a crime, and you know that. And if you're caught, you are going to either face jail or deportation or both. Some people try this to get a job, but it destroys your future plans if you get caught. Even if you don't, it might shows up on many things and many records that you have. So if you want to work, look for legal ways like a work permit, a sponsor, or you can even open your own business and work that way. Yes, I know that it's harder, but it keeps you from big trouble later, right? Now, President Trump team will check for fraud, fake papers. Those things are the hugest red flag that you could have on your history, right? Like in your background. Step 5, explore legal options if you are undocumented. If you do not have papers, don't just give up. Some legal paths may help. For example, you could have a chance to apply for a U visa. Let's say you were a victim of a crime and helped the police or you just was a victim of a crime, of some sort of crime, you might get a U visa. This can lead to a green card later on. There's a TPS, which is the temporary protected status for people from countries hit by war or disaster, for example. It offers short-term legal status and work permission. There are investor visas, right? If you have money to invest in a business or in a US business, you could look into like EB-5s or E2s. Now, always talk to a real lawyer, because you might be surprised that there is a legal way to keep you here safely. Step 6. Use tools to track changes and warnings. Rules will change fast. They can change fast. So keep an eye out for, the website, the USCIS.gov website, or the ICE.gov website for official updates to see what's going on. Talk to, or subscribe to licensed attorneys on social media, YouTube, who shares, constant news of what's going on. You can download apps that will show you ICE activity in your area. There are many of them out there. So make sure that you download one, because if you see an ICE alert, you may decide to stay home that day, or, talk to a lawyer to help you out in case they catch you, or, they knock on your door and you don't know what to do. But remember, hiding forever is not a real solution, right? If you can fix your status, do it. That gives you that peace of mind in the long run. Step 7 is you gotta embrace American values. President Trump's plans reward people who contribute to the country. That means learn English. It helps you read the forms, speak with officials, and show respect, essentially. Volunteer or help your community. Show that you want to make America, this country, better. Follow all the laws. No fighting, no unpaid bills, no skipping taxes, right? Build a good record. When you apply for a visa or a green card, officials often look at your character. I did this myself. I learned English the hard way, stayed out of trouble, and paid my taxes, even though, it's just your obligation. It hurts sometimes, but you gotta do it. When it was time for my citizenship, all of that really helped me. My history helped me get that process done really quickly. So people often ask, will these Trump rules keep me from becoming a citizen if I follow everything? And the answer is, of course not. If you meet all the requirements, have good moral character, no crimes, no heavy public benefits, there is no reason why you'd be denied citizenship when time comes for you to apply and go through the process. Another question is, what if I crossed the border years ago? What then? That is a little bit more complicated. That can be really hard, but sometimes you can apply for waivers or certain waivers or adjust status if you have close family who are citizens. Like, the laws are tough, but not always impossible. One secret path is the E2 visa for investors from certain treaty countries, right? If you have some funds to start or buy a US business, you can live here and run that business. It does not lead straight to a green card, but it can keep you just renewing it as long as your business still works. If your country has a treaty with the US, this might be an option, right? Check the USCIS website or talk to a lawyer just to see if it is for you in your case. Now, if this video helped you, please subscribe. Right? It really helps us. It really helps other immigrants know what's going on and help them have a better life here. Share it with someone that you think needs those tips, right? Knowledge is power. If you do not know the rules, you could lose everything. But if you learn them, you can protect yourself and your family and those that you care for. Like I said, I am not a lawyer, but I lived this process myself. I became a citizen following these steps, right? It's like, if I did, you can do it too. Now, I know these rules can feel very scary. President Trump has a very strict style, and many people worry they might be forced out. But if you follow the law, keep a clean record, and stay informed, you have a better chance to remain here. One thing is for sure, breaking them will definitely cost you everything you're trying to build. Maybe you came here for a better life or to help your children. Maybe you send money home to support your family. No matter what, knowledge is the key. Do not believe rumors. So do not give up. Do not hide in fear. Look for a legal path. Stand tall and say, I will do this the right way. That is the best way to protect yourself now and for the future. So if you liked this video, you will definitely like this one too.